I have collected the 33 most essential mods for Stellaris. From quality of life, making the game feel a lot nicer to play, to flavour, visual and extra content so the game will look and feel way more expansive. I'll be giving a brief overview of every single individual mod with the links in the description. However, if you want the entire mod list, join my Discord using the link below and download the JSON file. Then you can import the mod list into the launcher and then disable any you don't want to play with. Every single mod does work together, so you can do one big playthrough with it. Let's start with the essential quality of life mods. The first one should be in the game. It's the Arc Furnace System Locator Plus. This will show the top systems you own for different deposits and not just for arc furnaces. All you need to do is come over to your capital, click decisions, and then ideal system locator. This will bring up an event that shows you your capacities for the Dyson Swarm and Arc Furnace. So we've actually got 4 out of 5, but you can also then see every single different thing from Arc Furnace, Dyson Swarms, Habitats, Ice Mining Stations, Quantum Catapult, and Pyroclastic Resonator. If we click the Arc Furnace, it will show me the top systems. So Jimia has 9 mineable bodies. If I click here, it will change the go to up here, so then we just click go to, and this system has the most Arc Furnaces we could possibly get. And you could do the same for the Dyson Swarm. You can even see the tech outputs. It's a sick mod, and that should be in the base game. Next is Fleets Win Wars. This is an incredibly simple mod. It literally changes one line in the code and it's just a number. Essentially, it's going to make fleets have a 3 times more impact on surrender. So if you destroy someone's fleet, instead of it counting for 50 towards acceptance, it's going to count for 150. In my opinion, maybe that's too strong, maybe it should be 2x, but this does mean you don't have to take every single system to win a war, which is really nice. So it's a quality of life if you do a lot of warring. Next is UI Overhaul. This is a mod that you probably already know about. It has a much better and understandable UI, and it uses more of the screen, which means there's less scrolling. I like to pair this with the extended top bar so that you can see everything at a glance without having to click anywhere. But look at that, you can see the broken down text, which is even more important, all your rare resources, and I don't have to just click on them to actually see all of that. On top of this, I also use the UI Overhaul Dynamic Tiny Outliner. This also leads to less scrolling. I used to use Tiny Outliner all the time, but since we've got given tabs, I just use the tabs, so I don't use any mods in my videos. But if I was not recording, I would be using Tiny Outliner. The fifth one is a big one if you like to play a lot of the game but hate the stupid micromanagement of all the little tedious things, and that is Ultimate Automation. To activate this, we come to our little bar here, or the hotkey Y, and we can automate literally pretty much anything from colonization, constructing outposts, doing armies, fleets attacking things like the NPCs so you can just clear them out without having to do it, migrating pops so if you have lots of civilians but empty planets, they fill them up, terraforming, outfitting star bases. If we click this, we can enable all so everything goes on. We can then customize it so we can automatically outfit all star bases to shipyards or anchorages, energy, trade or mix. It's good. This is for those who play lots and lots of games and sick of going through and having to change every individual one into anchorages. Oh, it's painful. Look how many clicks. No more. You can tell a lot of these mods fix personal grievances, and number 6 is no different. Faster Galactic community. The Galcom is just too long, okay? Yes, on standing settings, it's the good size, but I play on quicker tech, cost, and I like to get games going quickly, so I never really utilize the Galactic community because it just takes too long to get going. Yes, when you become the custodian, you can speed it up by half by finishing stuff, but still getting to that point is annoying. I just wish there was a slider. There isn't, so this mod exists. It just basically speeds everything up by 2 times. The next mod is quite important if you're trying to get to the next level in your meta plays, and it's Tech Tiers Revealed. This one is for the more advanced players to try and manipulate the tech tiers. For example, if you rush down 6 of a tier, say tier 2, that will unlock the next tier of technologies. Sometimes you might not know what techs are what tier. So what this mod does is it actually just tells you the tiers while you're researching. This also doesn't block achievements, so you can just have this on permanently and try to learn the tiers and try and get tech rushing. The next is a simple fix to Shadows of the Shroud Colossus. That's it. It should have been in the game. Make shrouded worlds with the Colossus. There we go.
Nice.
Another thing that can get really annoying is forgetting the monthly buy and sell limits. If you've watched many of my videos, I always forget them, but hey, at least I get to promote my Discord where the limits are. This mod literally just shows you the monthly buy and sell limits for the internal market when you go to buy and sell. It also doesn't auto check some. so you can just have it there until you've memorized it. Finally, for quality of life, it's something a lot of people complain about, and that's the AI being awful and relying heavily on bonuses from difficulty. Stellar AI aims to make the AI challenging without reliance on bonuses, with Captain being the absolute maximum you should play on if you activate this mod. The way this mod works is it changes what AIs focus on. Essentially, it focuses more on tech, but then it can keep up with you and be more of a challenge. Honestly, this isn't massively essential, especially if you're a newer player or don't really want a massive challenge against AI, but this is really good if you're just sick of AI planets being awful and you want to take them and they're pretty nicely set up, or if the game's not challenging enough for you anymore. The last quality of life thing you can do is subscribe to the channel so you stay up to date with news of the channel, meta builds, challenges, mods, everything to do with Stellaris is on this channel, so you may as well subscribe with notifications on. Thank you. We'll now move on to flavor and visual. This category may add a little bit of content, but the main focus is adding flavor to the existing mechanics that exist, so just more of them, and improving the visuals of the game. This is of course Planetary Diversity. There is not just 3 different classes of planets. This mod adds a range of new planet classes as well as multiple different types of the same. There's many tropical, desert, arid, savanna, all the different types. There's a bunch of them. They come with new planet art, and it just mixes up the game a bit. You're not just having loads of continental worlds. There's going to be a lot of different stuff going on. It makes the planets more unique. To add on to this is Guili's Planet Modifiers. Planet modifiers are just sick, okay? I love them. They create unique planet combinations every game and a reason to actually think about what to make the planet into. This mod adds over 400 modifiers. On top of that, there's new features and blockers, terraforming events, planetary decisions, normal events, anomalies, and precursors. There's also new relics, as well as a relic war goal and espionage options to steal relics, as well as a map mode to find who has relics. It also has a whole lot more like mini megastructures, different stuff with minor artifacts, and it really just adds lots more content to all the systems that people love. That's why this is one of the greatest mods for that flavor category. Now, what it didn't have is a bunch more events, which I know there's a lot of event lovers here. That's where the more events mod comes in. It's going to add 130 different anomaly outcomes, 28 dig sites, and a whole bunch more events, origins, and crisis. This is just going to expand the options you have so you're not just reading the same lore, skipping over them, and getting bored with these same events spawning all the time. The next one is Anime Galaxy.
Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Moving on, light borders, swapped colors, and star pins. This is just a small achievement compatible mod, which makes the map look just a little better in my opinion. To pair with this, Quadrant adds slowly rotating quadrant rings within the galaxy, making it look all that better. We stare at this map a lot, look how nice this looks, and we do even have the Shrouded Regions, which we'll get into soon. Now, the next thing to improve is space battles, and that's exactly what Amazing Space Battle does. I mean, just look at this footage and screenshots. The battles are incredible, more visually appealing, and just look a whole lot more epic. Highly recommend. And you can take this to the next level using the cinematic camera mod. This just improves the camera controls, which expands zoom levels and removes rotation restrictions, which can be very, very annoying in vanilla. You can get all sort of angles. It just opens up the way you can view systems a lot more. Those are the visuals fixed, but what about the repetitive galaxies that all start to look the same once you've played 100 plus games? Well, that's where real space comes in. This is going to add a bunch of new stellar classes and types with more variations of systems, dust clouds, and 132 systems, as well as 50 new skins for gas planets. This just mixes it up a lot more, and it's going to feel more like you're exploring something new, especially if you played the game a lot. And finally, on improving everything to do with the galaxy, is Beautiful Universe version 2. This just makes the inside of the systems look even better, which changes the vanilla skyboxes, which I'm sure you've got imprinted on your eyeballs, to mix up what the systems look like. Battles with the new systems behind are going to look like a completely different game. Now let's talk about your empire. It lacks life, they all start to merge into one, so let's mix that up. Firstly, we've got dynamic political events. There are so many storylines here with over 55,000 words in this mod for different events. It's going to scratch that reading itch. Now, we all know the good roleplay starts from designing your empire at the start. So we have diverse rooms. We all use the same room all the time, I know we do. This mod adds 300 different rooms to pick from, allowing your empire to match that roleplay even closer than before. And we're not going to forget about the flags, with flags, emblems, and backgrounds. You can use a whole new range of flags, emblems, and backgrounds to create a much fitting flag to go into battle with. And while you're there, you may as well get more colors to choose from, so use expanded colors. They've even spelled color right. And finally, Cityscapes Revived. Have more Cityscapes too, it's on the house. We're now moving into controversially not the most essential mods because it does have a lot of game-changing content, but if you're sick of vanilla and want a bit extra, these mods are going to do it for you. The first one, of course, the most popular, one of the biggest mods, is Gigastructural Engineering. This will diversify your late game like no other mod. No more stacking infinite repeatables until you've got the massive tech numbers from the mod. It's going to add just a whole range of megastructures, origins, events. It's honestly like a huge endgame DLC. I'd highly recommend, but you're going to get some stupid numbers. Oh, and how could I forget, like, turning systems into weapons and ships? Yeah, it's pretty epic. I have a whole 3-episode trilogy of the mod. You should go check that out too. Next up is one of my favorites, Darkspace. This is very vanilla plus. It doesn't deviate too much from the balance, but can still be quite strong and fun to mess around with. There's many unique new origins, and it's within the realm of vanilla. One of my favorites is the Nomad origin. I've made 3 videos on it. It's very fun. There's a whole bunch of new traditions, civics, ascensions, and super weapons. It's a great mod, and that's why there's so many videos using the mod on my channel. Honestly, I just love mods that expand upon civics and origins and ascension perks, and that's where Empires Expanded comes into its own. There's a whole bunch to mess around and play around with here. I'd highly recommend it. Now, are you one who just loves traditions? Well, I have the mod for you. It's more traditions, of course. There's just so many traditions to choose from, which can go really well with whatever empire you're playing. Likewise, expanded Stellaris Traditions 3 also adds a bunch more traditions. Be warned that these might destroy the balance of the game, but who cares? It's going to be fun. And we can't forget about the Ascension perks. That's where more Ascension perks come in. There's a whole bunch of custom ones here that you can mess around with. And if you are using more traditions or more Ascension perks, I highly recommend using the UI Overhaul Dynamic Ascension perks, which allow you to select a bunch more Ascension perks, and then the UI Overhaul Dynamic more tradition categories, so you can pick more traditions. This definitely will be OP probably, but hey, you're not getting FOMO because you can pick every single one that you want. Now, Shrouded Regions arguably could have been what Shadows of the Shroud was. This is going to fundamentally change the map and make it more dynamic, leading to a more interesting mid and later game. It's going to do this by using Shrouded Regions. These are dead zones with high psionic energy. There's also a galactic crossing that will spawn, and it's basically an advanced hyperlane network spanning the entire galaxy. This is a vital route to claim and fight over, which gives you an objective in the game on top of everything else going on. There's also a mid-game crisis with its own story, and the aftermath will unlock new space to explore and fight over, scratching that start of the feeling Stellaris itch, but later on in the game. It also comes with a bunch of events. I highly recommend checking out this mod. And finally, one of the weakest areas of the game is probably espionage, as none of the operations really feel worth the time. However, Chris's Covert operations will add 12 new unique and interesting covert operations. My favorite is being branch shutdown, eliminate key figures, and covert fleet support. And guess what? The AI can use all of them because, fun fact, in vanilla, most operations cannot be used by the AI, hence why you forget about that mechanic. Did I forget any mods? Maybe, so let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this, then you're gonna love me playing this modded starting with a caretaker playthrough. It's the only mod we use there, but I've really enjoyed the story and gameplay elements it added. Click it right now.